Hello. I do not have, what's it called? Closet doors, because what was here before, I did not like, and I did not want to, it was like mirrors. So just so you know, I'm not sure if you cared or not. But hello and welcome to day 178 of 365 days of Facebook Live. There we go. So 178, 365 days. My name is Jessica Lozano, and I'm a women's relationship and feminine embodiment mentor, and I guide women to have extraordinary love lives with the love of their life, whether you are single and in preparation to union, or you are in union and you want to continue to deepen your sexual experience, your emotional intimacy, and your relationship. I want to say with money, but yes, your abundance with him, and create the life that you truly desire. So today is going to be a part 2 from yesterday, because I started talking about this, and there was a part 2 to it about why positive thinking and just trying to hold yourself up and up and up, and then why you crash, right? So I gave you the first step of like why this happens, going up and up and up, and why you crash. There's no roots. So the other piece to this is that we have to go through an ego death. So what you're going to notice is as you're holding this, as you keep trying to hold this energy, and then you collapse, and then you get all your strength, come back up, and then you collapse, and then you come back up, and then you collapse. What you're going to notice is that you're going to go all the way down. All the things that you've been avoiding here in the 3D world, it's going to come to a point where you can no longer not see it, no longer not view it, no longer not be able to be with it, because the pain that you've been running from all just comes up at you, right? This can be also along the lines of, even still, like let's say you're very familiar with all this work. If you've been still holding, and you've been actually doing really good, living your life, calling in your sacred union partner, and you're doing all your feminine things, and then there's a point where you're like, it's been so long, like, why isn't it here? And then you become angry with God, with life, with maybe your teachers for some moment, like, I've done everything. And that is, again, a death portal to go into, because there's still an attachment that needs to get released. And then after that ego death, you create the clarity, and a lot of times what you desire truly comes, but not because of, I know you logically know you need to go through it. It's more from the place of, I need to let go of this attachment, and whatever happens, I'm so truly okay. Like that. So this is the death portal that a lot of us women go through. We go through this death portal of releasing this ego attachment to this ego identity of what is, right? So like if you are trying to manifest money and you keep realizing how little money is where you are right now, eventually you're going to have to face what you're attached to. Maybe you're attached to the success, maybe you're attached to the worth, to the power, to the control that money gives you, that you once had, that you now don't have anymore for whatever reason. This is the ego death that you need to go to. Or the uncomfortableness of what is, and you're such not dissonance, not disregard, disgust. You're such disgust of where you are right now and how this is not enough. That ego death has to happen. Let's say you were for sacred union, and you are on this path of calling in your partner, and let me see. You're single for a really long time, or you keep running into the same type of men, and you finally get down to your knees and you're like, what the fuck, God? Like, I've been doing all of this, and maybe there's an attachment to needing to have a man right away. So boom, there is that ego death. There is that ego death of needing attention from men, that like you were available for any man, even if they treated you like crap up until a certain point, that you're like, okay, I'm done with that. I don't need attention from men anymore. Like, I'm ready to go into the next place and birth something new, birth from a higher level of consciousness, right? So this death portal is so important for us. This is part of our creational codes as women. This is part of our like freaking superpower here on earth, for us to birth a new reality, literally birth a new reality with you and your husband, your partner, your future lover, and yourself and God. Like literally birthing a new paradigm for what you desire. So I do have a program coming out called CreatriX Codes in November. So if you are interested in this, message me. It's on pre-sale. Like this is going to be the best price you're ever going to get, unless you're already in my Relationship Goddess portal, which we can talk about that too. You get all the programs that I launch throughout, the ones I've already launched, and then the ones I'm going to be continuing to launch, which you're going to get of course, a different price, a reduced price because you weren't there live for the ones before. Anyways, if you're interested in all these, let me know, because I'm going to share more with you what these CreatriX Codes are. And I think you're going to absolutely love, if you are totally in alignment with what I'm saying here, what I talked about yesterday, about like being up in this place, being up high and avoiding your reality, and really needing to anchor into where you are so that you can continue to hold this high vibe energy and to hold the vision that you're seeing, the vision that you're casting, right? We need to have both the deep roots to go up high, and then also going into these death portals, which is why positive thinking is not enough. Positive thinking your way to a relationship is not enough. Positive thinking into more abundance is not enough. And just slapping affirmations is not enough, which is why you keep having the same reality. You have to have an ego death. Go down into the underworld, destroy what is no longer serving you with grace and love, and sometimes some fierceness. It really depends. And come out the other side, consciousness that you get to seed in your womb, and then that gets birthed out into the world. So this is what we're going to be talking about in CreatriX Codes. This is one of the codes. But yeah, like, where do you need to go through your death portal? What ego identity are you holding on to? And let me be very clear. Ego is not just about superiority and all of these other, like the higher level things, like superiority, arrogance. Oh, there we go. Back live. So, ego is not just superiority, arrogance, people with their nose up in the air type of thing. It is also inferiority. You're not enough. All of the complete opposite pole of that spectrum. Inferiority, I feel less than other people. That's also ego, right? Because ego is either going to keep you in the over compensating energy or under compensating energy. Well, it's going to do three things. It's going to either project your insecurities onto other people, your ego onto other people, or it's going to overcompensate that negative belief, that whatever, or it's going to like be a, what's the word I'm looking for? A self-fulfilled prophecy, and actually live out that ego. So for example, I'm inferior. I'm going to act inferior. I'm going to be inferior, or it's going to overcompensate and I'm superior because I truly feel inferior. Or I'm going to look at everybody else and say that everyone else, look at how they're acting. They think they're inferior. You think you're inferior, or you have an argument with them and they'll call out a behavior in you that's like not even you. You're like, actually, that's not me. That's actually you. That's what that is. So these are the ego deaths that you're going to have to go through, that eventually positive thinking is going to drop you down into. Positive thinking, because you can't hold that forever if the ego does not die. Whatever level of ego does not die. So can you hold grand expansion and hold vast expansion of pleasure and joy and really be in this place of highness? You can. And you're always working to go into higher levels of expansion, but you can't ignore where you are right now, which is part of what Law of Attraction talks about. Abraham Hicks always says, grateful for where you are, satisfied with where you are, but eager for more. Satisfied, eager for more. Satisfied, eager for more. It's the same thing. Deep gratitude and I desire more. Deep gratitude and I desire more. If you do not have this first piece of satisfaction or deep gratitude, you can't do the other part because you're escaping where you are. And that's not a CreatriX Code. CreatriX Code is being deeply rooted with where you are and willing to go through the death portal to birth that new thing, right? So that's what I have to say today. That was pretty fast. Getting pretty good at these things. What do you think? Anyways, yeah, reach out to me if you would like to learn more about the CreatriX codes, learn more about my Relationship Goddess portal, learn more about any other of the programs that I have, masterclasses. I also have some free things that you can jump into. I'm just really would love to support you in any way that I can. All right, loves, have a great and beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon.